I did a deal here a while back when we were talking about the Constitution and things, and I found that article, and I believe it was in a Scotland newspaper, where President Lincoln and I forget who the other two presidents were. I think it was Jackson and might have been Adams, that were working to try to stop the build and the bust cycles that were coming through, the economics that was coming up, and they were trying to figure out a way, and they were getting ready to move into a direction where they would basically get rid of these dang federal banking systems and moving to try and prevent all this control of currency and all this mess that we have today. And they wrote that article in a foreign paper by a foreign person, and basically the statement that was made in the middle of that article was, if we don't destroy this economic system that they have created, all of the wise men and all the people with money will be going to the West. And it wasn't long after that President Lincoln was assassinated. They say, oh, he was assassinated over slavery. Really? Was he? Was he? These banking systems and this monetary systems, they've been in control of our economics, and they come in these cycles that we have, just like right now. You know who's making all the money because we have all this inflation and everything going on? Everybody's saying, oh, it's a greedy capitalist. No, it's not. The government is making the most money right now off of every one of you through this inflation garbage than anything else. They're raising their taxes. They've inflated the inventory. You guys are all worried about the stuff you're buying on the shelf. Well, what about the businessman that had $500,000 worth of inventory, and now they've increased the value of it to $2.3 million, and now he's going to face this 26% tax that the Mr. President has put on the capital of those working in these businesses, so that tax is going to be increased on this increase of inventory. He hasn't bought a thing. Do you think he cannot raise his prices in order to compensate for the money he's got to send to the government? Where do you think all this money that they're printing's coming from, folks? All these people out here working these jobs, getting their little W-2 forms that they don't even know how this tax system works in this country. All that money he's been printing, you know where it's going to come from? Right off of your back. He's going to give you $1 and take 10. Oh, wow. It's like I saw a deal on Facebook the other day. It was a perfect deal. The guy was talking about the different costs of different things, and he says, yeah, my $22 an hour job just became minimum wage. Well done. I thought that's the most fitting statement that anybody's made out there. See there? That's how it works. That's how these banking systems, they control the value of this dollar, and they keep twisting this stuff around. You think they're not going to make money? They're making money right now like you wouldn't believe. But they ain't going to let you know about that because, oh, it's hard times, ain't it? Yeah, look around you. You see any big construction, these great big jobs stopping? You see anything slowing down? You know how to put a stop to all this? Everybody go home for 36 hours and do nothing. Don't buy no gas. Don't buy no groceries. Stay home. Don't turn your TV on. Turn your electricity off. 36 hours. See what happens. Oh, we don't want to pay that price. We don't want to suffer. See, that's what's wrong. We don't want to hear the truth and then act upon it truthfully. Those people run in there storming that Capitol building, that's a fool's move. You're not going to win that way. But you know what? There are ways that are set in place by our Constitution to remove people from office before the end of their term if they're not doing what they were sent to do. The same people that sent them up there can take them out, send them home, and have a new election. This president doesn't have to serve his term to be removed. Those senators don't have to serve their terms to be removed. Those school council members don't have to serve their terms to be removed. These people that are contrary to our country and want to tear this country down are few. They're not as powerful as what they appear to be. But we have allowed them to be in positions where they have big microphones and they appear to be big people. And some of these news broadcasters, they need to fire them. In fact, they need to send them to the communist countries that they want to live in. Anyway, I'm on a rant now, I know. We're going to try to get back to being a little more consistent in these podcasts. We're going to get back into teaching these things. If you are a born-again Christian, I encourage you to seek the Lord. Seek the Spirit of God. Walk in what His obedience is to Him. My pastor that I just walked the last mile with told me when I was a young man, started telling me about things, the way I presented myself and the clothes I was wearing, and whether my face was shaved and my hair was combed, and the different aspects of the presentation that we present when we're moving throughout this community. And he said, whatever you do, don't ever make it about the clothes or about the substance. It must always be about obedience. You don't want to be in legalism? There's your key. Listen to the voice of the Lord, for we walk in liberty. We stand fast in the liberty of Jesus Christ, for whom he has set free is free indeed. But we have a will to do, and there are times that he is going to call us to do things not for our own benefit, but for those of others. The Lord tells me to put a suit on when I go to church. It's probably not because I need to look good to those that are looking at me. It's probably because somebody's going to show up there that needs to have somebody presenting to them the image of success and proper respect. Because if you're not wearing a suit and a guy that is in the business world wears a suit all the time, walks in and the whole crowd's wearing their flip-flops and their shorts and their Jahubi shirts, he is not coming back. Does that mean you shouldn't be wearing those things? No, by all means, if that's all you got to wear and God says go to church, put her on, get her in there. But if God tells you to put a suit on and you refuse, what's the difference between that and the guy that's got the suit on and refuses to take it off? What's the difference? None. It's not about the clothes. It's about your heart. It's about your soul. It's about the essence of who you really are. The whole Word of God is about your soul, not your spirit. The cross should teach us a very plain lesson that God will destroy your spirit. He will destroy your body to save your soul. Think about that. So walk in the liberty. Walk in the understanding of Paul's revelation that a little leaven leavens a whole lump. Walk in the revelation of Paul's with the liberty of Jesus Christ, that all things are lawful to me, but not all things are expedient. Walk in the Spirit of God and know the mind of God through the Word of God, and then you will know what it is that he has for you to do, and you will walk in that joy unspeakable and full of glory all the time, because you are an ambassador of the Most High God. You are a king. You are a child of the chosen few. And I see I'm way over my time, so I'm going to have to get off of here, and we'll try to pick this back up here the next time on this pod. So until then, have a wonderful day.